Well, this is part two, and this is part two of The World Deception. And this one is titled, You Surely Won't Die. So let's get started. Lucifer, the dragon, Satan, is ancient. Even by the time man was created and the moment God breathed into his creation, and the creation became a living soul, Lucifer had been playing four-dimensional chess, not clever enough to outwit the source of all things, the Father, but clever and cunning enough to outwit the human. For the human was created just below the angels. His target, the woman, created from man, from his side, the Hebrew word sad, P-S-A-D. She was formed. God created man containing both the X and Y chromosomes. From his side, Thod, the woman was fashioned, XX chromosomes. From Adam's essence, she was created, not begotten, like the Son of God, but created or fashioned from the man's essence, not a rib, as translations may lead you to believe, but from the side of his very being. Already there, just waiting to be formed and made into a living soul. She was already there, just waiting to be fashioned, formed for man. Jesus is the essence of the Father, just like you are the essence of your father and mother, of like kind, but you are not your parents. You are not your father. You are not your mother. You are you, begotten from their essence. You are of their nature by being begotten or born of them or by them. And this holds true with the Son of God. He too is the essence of the God nature of his Father, divine in nature, but he's not the Father. To Lucifer, the woman, Eve, was the target. She was beloved by the man, Adam, understanding she was a part of him, and he was a part of her. Time immortal was their walk, tending to the Garden of Paradise, nurturing the creations of God, walking with the Son of God, accessing the tree of life, which symbolizes to which, as long as their trust and their faith and obedience were set on their Creator, the Father, and His beloved Son, eternity was assured. An example would be when Peter walked on water. As long as he kept his eyes affixed on Jesus, his faith, his trust, his walk on water was a reality. But once they rebelled, or once he looked away and let fear and doubt come into play, the clock of time began for the death of Adam and Eve from their rebellion. And that was the judgment, as God said. And Peter, once he lost that faith, began to sink. If Lucifer could persuade the woman to break the only commandment of God, she would fall. symbolized as the tree of good and evil. If Lucifer could impart mysteries to her, her eyes would be open, and she would consider herself of great self-exaltation, to be like God with this new knowledge. And if she could persuade the man to break the commandment and fall, the dominion of the earth would be handed into Lucifer's hands. Lucifer's plan succeeded, and at that moment, the fall of mankind began, and Lucifer became the prince, the lord of the dominion, earth. The clock of time began the moment the humans rebelled. Death was now inescapable. But thanks to the Son of God, who laid down his divine authority, came to the earth, born of a woman, took on the additional title as the Son of Man, the second Adam. His short human presence on this earth and subsequent death and resurrection guaranteed all of us a path to return to him, a renewed opportunity for eternal life with him and the Father. But Lucifer's chess game was still ongoing. He needed to deceive, even possibly the elect, to turn away from the Father and his Son, to minimize their glory, to essentially create a different God or gods, weaving truth with lie, perverting knowledge to confuse, taking the light off of the Father and his Son, painting a different picture of who they truly are. Who would know better than the very angel who was so exalted and loved?